Your loss, my gain. Housing bust, blame game. Lying brokers or lying customers?
Next on renewsyoucanuse.com.
Yeah.
Welcome to realestatenewsyoucanuse.com. What's going on, Keith?
Welcome, Ruben. How are you, dude?
Oh, opposite hand.
Yeah.
Blow up. So what's new, Keith? How's everything going?
Things are going very well. It's been kind of cloudy in the Massachusetts area for the last few days. I haven't seen the sun in.
It's supposed to be spring today, actually.
I know.
Officially spring, right?
Happy spring. Do you have a spring in your giddy up or what?
Well, since it's kind of rainy and cold outside, I don't know.
I thought you were gonna say something that's personal.
No, but if this is the first time on the podcast,
it might be the last time.
Podcast. This is a show about real estate and mortgage, where Keith and I picked 3 of the most recent articles in real estate and mortgage, and basically do a review them and give them our own little spin on what's going on.
You know, Ruben, the interest rates have been going crazy. They've been, as everybody knows by now, unless you live under a rock, interest rates have come down significantly in terms of the short-term rates, and that also brought down the long-term rates a little bit. But as of today, they've climbed up again. And again, that's because of inflationary pressures that may be put upon the long-term Treasury market. But that being said, historically, as I've mentioned before, historically rates hover about 3% from the long-term rates and the short-term rates, and the short-term rates are down to 2.25%. So I think there's going to be some pressure to bring down the long-term rates a little bit, and hopefully, that will not bring the feared inflationary pressures that people are seeing now in different areas of the market.
Exactly. Well, thanks for the mortgage update, Keith.
Sure.
Can always count on you for that.
Yeah, it's more of an interest rate update rather than a mortgage update.
Got it. So our next article, or our first article, comes from Boston.com. I actually went local for this article.
Yeah.
Keith. And even though I didn't go local, the information serves to be good knowledge for everyone nationally.
Yes. So, yeah, it's all the same.
Someone's loss was his gain. This article is about someone in Boston who bought a home at auction. Yep. Which people are, trying to do these days.
On bid we give.
And he made out. He wasn't a real estate investor. He's a first-time home buyer.
First-time home buyer, yep.
First-time home buyer, and he picked up a 4-bed, 2-bath house for $360,000, where it was valued over like $150,000 over.
Yeah, like it was valued at over $460. He bought it for like $360 or something like that.
Right.
But in either case, he did very well for himself. And I assume, assuming what I believe is going to happen to the market is going to turn around faster than what other people believe, because of the things that the government's doing, like lowering interest rates and putting in a surplus of money into the system. I believe the market's going to turn around, and it may have already turned around. It just takes a couple of weeks to find out whether it has or not. But this gentleman definitely made out, and good luck to him, and he took the risk that you need to take when you're buying a house over the short term. And I always want to point out, Ruben, that the National Association of Realtors has brought to everybody's attention as much as they possibly can that no matter when you buy your house, whether it's a good time or a bad time in the short-term market, over the long term, your house tends to nearly double every 10 years. So if you buy a house and you plan on staying in it,
right,
you're going to do very well.
It's not time in the market, it's time in the market.
That's right. Isn't that a great
line?
I've
always said that.
Ever since you met me.
I've always said that. If you want to check out the full article, go to renewsyoucanuse.com, and the articles are now below the video and not to the right-hand side of the video. So definitely check them out, renewsyoucanuse.com. Second article comes from our trusty newsworthy source, realestatejournal.com.
Yep, that's one of our fan favorites.
One of our fan favorites. Housing bust fuels the blame game.
Now, Ruben, if I wanted to get into realestatejournal.com, is it just real easy to do that on our website?
That is very easy. Just go to renewsyoucanuse.com.
Okay,
there's a link to it and everything.
Okay, great.
Even you can do it, Keith.
Even I can. Even a blind squirrel can find a nut every once in a while, huh?
But housing bust fuels the blame game. It was only a matter of time until something like this came up. I mean, seriously though. I mean, politics, elections coming up. You know, Democrats, Republicans. Obviously, they're gonna point fingers.
Right.
What do you think about that, Keith?
Well, I think that in this article, it basically points out, everybody's to blame on the national level. Obviously, the Republican George Bush is to blame at some points, and then on the lower level, there have been a lot of congressmen and senators and governors that are Democratic that wanted to continue to fuel the real estate market, and they did, and so this article goes on back and forth saying in 2000 the Republicans did this that they probably shouldn't have done. In 2001 the Democrats did this, and it goes back and forth. So the blame game really, according to this article, it's quite long and extensive, but the bottom line is that both parties are to blame. But basically, let's move on.
Both parties are to blame, but no one wants to own up to it.
Right? Nobody's going to own up to it. Nobody's going to say, "You're right. I screwed up. You should impeach me now." And then there's a little piece in here. What it says? It says a state's blind eye is one part of that, and now with no, I'm not going to say it.
Don't be insensitive, Keith.
I know I should never do that. I'm a very sensitive guy.
I know.
I'm a sensitive man.
Our last article for the day comes from CNNMoney.com. Brokers who lie and more subprime nightmares. What did you call this article, Keith?
What did I call? Oh, I said brokers lying or customers lying.
Oh, right. Exactly.
This is a completely one-sided article talking about how brokers have lied and how the customer is taking the blame for the brokers lying.
Right.
I just don't, Ruben. I don't buy it.
How
do you feel about this?
As owning a mortgage company, I feel very strongly about this article because I have advised many a client to do the right thing and basically do business with me. No, but seriously. No, seriously, there are so many people out there who fell for a marketing scheme in which they wanted to save more money than by going with somebody else or someone that they trusted or someone that was reputable or someone that was in their city or someone they could contact immediately or someone who was there and someone who was accountable.
Right.
But rather people wanted to save $5 on their mortgage, $10 on their mortgage. There was a time when I had employees losing business because someone wanted to save $3 on a mortgage. But
isn't that crazy?
You know what I mean? But stuff like that, when things like that happen, those brokers may be unscrupulous and end up screwing those people.
Right.
So what happens there? You know what I mean? I don't know what to say about that. But
this particular article from CNN, they talk about this one particular person who says that they got a refi. So they've already purchased a house, and then they got a refi, and the loan officer supposedly said to the the refi person, that taxes and everything's included in this loan,
right.
And that was not the case. And she was thinking that the taxes were included in the monthly payment,
right.
And it was not the case. So then she got backed up with taxes, and now she's heading into foreclosure. And she had some other problems too as well. But the main gist of it was this particular broker lied to her, saying that taxes were included in the loan. Now, I know that if I was to go out there and get a loan today, I would look to make sure that that was the case. She was paying taxes before in the past, right. And she didn't notice it this time. So I tend to question the customer quite a bit in this transaction, because I know that if I was to do the same thing, that I would see that there were three lines. One line would be what your monthly payment is. The next line would be what the escrow amount is, broken down into two sections. The insurance and the taxes. And it's quite obvious that that's what happens. And it's quite obvious that when you have a loan already, you already own a house, that you have 3 lines, or 2 lines anyway, one that says escrow and one that says what your monthly payment is.
Anyways, whatever.
Blah,
Check
blah,
out the
blah,
news at renewsyoucanuse.com.
Did you just whatever me, dude?
Emails. No, I'm just
you just whatevered me.
No. I didn't mean whatever to you, but I did.
Whatever.
Anyway, check out the news at renewsyoucanuse.com. Send us an email, whatever. I'm Ruben.
I'm Keith. Bye-bye.
Make it a great day.